What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Magicite. Remember this game? We haven't played it in a while. I think it's version 2.0. It's been quite a bit updated since the last time I played it, or last time I showed it off. So with that being said, I did try Madman mode. That's all of those purple Scrooge guys, and it just ain't worth it. So with that being said, I'm just gonna start this off. Let's start this off with a Peon race. I'm sure we did it before, but I'm gonna go a new direction with this. My new direction is that I'm gonna play it, and it's gonna be raw game footage, and however far it goes is however far I go. And I just thought I'd, be more of a relaxed playthrough. I can just talk about whatever. I can enjoy myself. You can even choose your traits. So I'm gonna go with pickpocket. No. Ah, dang it. I like that that one, the wood cutting one. I don't want to go with two of them. Let's go with can we go with healthy? Yes, that's what we're going with. So that's what we're gonna do. I thought I'd just talk about whatever was on my mind, and we could enjoy it from there. Just kind of deal. That's the idea. So here we go. We're gonna try this. So as we're like I said, as we're watching me play this, I can talk about whatever and just kind of share a little bit, I guess. So if I don't seem super peppy this episode, I'm sorry. It's because I'm a little bit sick, kind of recovering from it. Got a stomach bug. Weird stuff's been happening to my stomach. I got weird stomach lining, I guess, ever since I got done with the show. I guess that's something that happens when you go on a super strict diet, then you immediately get off of it. And I think I just have a weak, anxious stomach as it is. So that's kind of how that's gone. And something I seem to do whenever I get sick is kind of look back and just reflect on certain things in my life. I'm sure there's somebody out there that does that. Kind of just a deal right there. And I guess today's thought is just kind of been what I've been through and stuff. Like I was thinking today, I was like, crap. I'm 21 years old. High school was 3 years ago, and that was my senior year. I started high school. That would mean I started about 7 years ago. I just, thinking to myself like, holy cow, 7 years. I'm just thinking back to where I was at in life, and it is so different now. But, I'm sure that's beyond freaking average. Also, a little it's a dragon hat, I guess, that I'm wearing. It takes some of my mana so I can shoot fireballs. So I can little Hadouken back and forth. Figure that does come in handy, even though I don't use mana that much. So there's that. But yeah, I was 7 years ago. I had like American history, and I had physics, stuff like that, and I just like, wow, that's now I'm in like abnormal psychology and advanced psychology in college, and I'm doing a medical terminology class, and then I got a couple classes that are, I think one is technology's impact on society, which is like a history class for technology, and it's decent. It's not my favorite thing, but it's a class I can get through. It's not a pain. It's not like a trials and tribulation type deal. So there's that, and then I was just thinking like, oh, I have a business class too. That one I don't really care for, but that's just me. But because it's like international business, and I'm like, I understand the concept of wanting to force international business, because like it's the world we live in now, and it's not such a big world anymore. Like everybody's connected, but it's like I don't ever figure like I might do foreign investments if I was like a big wealthy billionaire businessman, but there's no way I'm gonna do that. I'm completely content with what I'm doing now, and that's personal training part-time, going to college, and then doing YouTube on the side. Definitely would like the YouTube to get up someplace though, and definitely be something I can, more than a hobby. That's what I'd love to do, more than a hobby. I mean, it's a weird set. I'm not gonna say it's weird or odd. It's a unique satisfaction, a unique satisfaction and thrill I get from playing games and commentating over them and making editing. Because just, I can do anything. I guess the whole concept is I can do anything I want with editing. So, just different things like that. Because, I can put music, well, I've definitely learned with copyright, you gotta be careful. But you can put different things of music in and different, just edit to whatever you want, you know, make silly edits, put in awesome background music that's royalty free, because that's what I've been doing a lot, and just different things like that's really cool. I got 1 HP. Oh, this is something I learned that makes this go a lot easier, is how to make not only potions but big potions. So yeah, I just saved my butt since I only had 1 HP there. Also, so definitely when I learned that, which honestly I kind of just looked it up on the internet just to see if there was like a wiki page to this, kind of like there's a Minecraft wiki and different things like that. So that's how I learned that and really saved my bacon, and makes these runs that I do a lot longer and a lot more fun. Because I love playing this game, just running through, but the only problem is there's no save, so you have to beat the game, and there actually is an end, but you have to go find it yourself and beat them. That's not good. Oh, come here. Okay, there we go. You know, there's just different things like that, and it's kind of a little bit of an RPG. You can't really, like, you don't have that overall control of stats, but I got to choose that anger power up. That's just something I really enjoy. I've never done anything outside of warrior, so I mean, yes, I know there could be like a what do they call, like an archer or a magician type deal, mage, and I haven't done it, but I may try that. I just not necessarily comfortable with it, and I know I should get out of my comfort zone some, but I'm kind of just enjoying running around as a warrior. I kind of view myself that if it was in that type of universe, or back in the old days, as I'm sure some would say, I think I'd be a warrior, very physical, you know. It's not that I'm stupid, I'm just not exactly super intellectual, and just it's kind of just my thought on it, you know. That's what this video series kind of is. I want to play Magicite, and this gives me a good excuse to film Magicite and play with it a little bit, as well as talk a little bit about my life. There is some interesting parts to it, I guess, you know. So this is what I've been doing today. I've been editing and stuff, even though I didn't go to work because I'm sick. And it's just, I mean, I'm not like deathly. Oh, jeez, it's glitched. I'm dead. Yeah, I knew that was coming. I'll go ahead and start over. It's not that I'm deathly sick, because I'm still able to function and stuff. I just didn't want to go to work and like vomit in front of everybody, because like that would look terrible on my reputation as a personal trainer. Because they kind of expect you to be, I mean, obviously when you get sick, and I'm only human, but it's like, it's really unprofessional to vomit in front of everybody. Because that's the problem with my stomach now, is like, it almost doesn't matter what I eat, whether it's good food, bad food, and it's just like, if I eat it, I don't know if I'm eating it too fast or anything like that, but it's just like, oh my gosh, I'm dead. You know, I feel like my stomach's gonna blow up, and it can happen at any time. And it's just like, I hate it. You know? And it just sucks, because I'm almost positive it was from the show, and I loved competing. It was one of those deals that doing it sucked. Doing it sucked. Prep work sucked. You know, cooking, you know, going from somebody who just, you know, my parents own a t-shirt printing shop, you know, so sometimes we eat out, you know, a little bit more often than we should, and, you know, I'll have my grandma cook me something, or my mom cook me something, and it's just like, I had to keep track of everything I ate, and I cooked everything I ate. I fed myself 110% for about 10 weeks. Anybody that has any experience with competing, yes, 10 weeks was like no prep time whatsoever, because I was like late to the game deciding I wanted to do this. So there's that. But yeah, it just kind of bothers me, because it's like, dude, I love competing, because just the whole standing up there on stage, yes, I was nervous about it, because I mean, I'm pretty outward and pretty outgoing, being a certified personal trainer and making YouTube videos, but standing up there, yes, they were shorts. I'm gonna throw a picture of it up there. Yes, they were shorts, but not used to having everybody just stare at me like that, you know. I mean, you know, I like flexing my muscles on camera, but you know, technically I'm on camera and it's just me in the room. I'm not on stage with about 200 people looking at me, and about 15-20 judges looking at me, you know, judging my every move and my muscles, which that's something you just gotta learn to have fun with, because that's just how I did it. Is I got up there, and the friend I had that showed me, or the friend I had that supported me and helped me get ready for the competition, was just like, have fun with it, you know. So I was like, all right, just be goofy, just do me, you know. So I got up there and I enjoyed myself. I wish I had video and I'd show a little clip of it while I'm talking about it, but we didn't get that very good a video. In today's day and age, I know, right? We were too busy taking pictures and enjoying the experience, so and that's alright. So I went up there and did a few poses. It was men's physique, so it wasn't exactly bodybuilding. It just depends on who you are, whether or not it's considered bodybuilding, because there's an actual bodybuilding class. But that's how that went, and I enjoyed it. But back to what I was talking about, like, you know, 7 years ago I started high school, and just think about other things in my life, like maybe it was just past things that happened, whether I was playing football, running track. When I started making YouTube videos, oh, I was thinking back today about when I started a lot. You know, and it's kind of funny how it started by accident, because like basically I was playing a game. I was playing Pokemon Leaf Green, and I decided this was, I guess, basically my first time doing a Nuzlocke, and it was I called it the Single Pokemon Challenge, which I may actually film eventually. But I picked a Pokemon, and it was Bulbasaur, and I decided to go through the whole game with it. The only time I'd have another Pokemon is like an HM slave, just to get me through certain parts of the game. But other than that, the pure battling and getting through the story mode was with that Bulbasaur. That became a Venusaur, obviously. So I was doing that, and I was talking to Ethan about it over Skype, and I was like, dude, I really wish that I could, that I could show you, you know, make a video of it and just show you the video. And he's like, funny story, and we figured out a way to film it. I figured out a way to film the gameplay, and I don't think it was Fraps at first. I can't remember exactly what it was. It was something cheaper, something that was cheap or free. I can't remember exactly, but you know, so I played it, and I sent him and then I started editing, because Windows Live Movie Maker was like default on my computer. It was already on there on my old laptop. So I was playing it, and I showed him, you know, I showed him beating Giovanni, and then I showed him a video of me beating the Pokemon League. And like I sped it up and put music behind it, and I just loved it, because a year prior, or no, I did it over the summer, so it was a year prior that starting the channel. But the year before, in my junior year when I was 17, or my junior year I was still 17, but my junior year I took it was called multimedia, and like the first semester was nothing but like learning PowerPoint and stuff like that. So I learned a little bit of how to use PowerPoint. Not that I remember much of it now. It's just kind of weird, I guess, to say, because it's just, I know how to use it. It's not something I use all the time, or ever anymore, really, unless I'm doing a school project. But so we learned PowerPoint, and I was just going through it, and I kind of liked it, just the idea of just making it custom and being creative. And then the second semester was the best, because we got into video editing, and at first I hated it. It's funny, but at first I hated it. It was basically like a video editing and a basic cinematography class, and the cinematography part, I think, is what I hated, just because I think what made me hate it so much at first was we had just come back from Christmas break, and I think I was working slow or something. Anyways, I didn't finish. Like at first it was just vocab, all that boring stuff, learning how to do it, and I didn't finish it at first, and I wanted extra time on it, but she's just like, I remember her specifically telling me that we could get extra time the next class, and I came back the next class asking for it back, and she's like, there's no way you could have not finished it. And I was just like, oh my god, really? You told me all this, and you're not gonna go, you know, you're not gonna let me finish it? I was like, this is crap. And I remember being like really mad over it and getting aggravated, because like I started off with like an F in that class, and I was like, I hate this. And like I remember, I think I also got like no points on the first couple assignments of video editing, simply because it's not that I refused to learn, but okay, real quick, I went through this one instead of the other two because it's the easier one, so I'm just trying to do easy peasy at first, and then as I get stronger and more equipped with stuff, I'll start doing the harder, through the harder doors. But so anyways, I remember just having like bad grades in that class, just because when I started off, it's not that I refused to learn, it's just I was a slow learner at it, and we were using iMacs, you know, big fancy computers, and I remember just not liking it at all for some reason. And I was like, how am I ever going to get through this? And I can't switch because we've already started and yada 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 and everything else. But then we got through it, and as I started to get to it, I started to love it because, you know, just that creative side of it, and start to make whatever you want out of it and putting music in. And I got to the point where I ended up getting the highest grade in that class just because she'd give us a week. We'd have the class every day, and like Monday she'd give us the project, the criteria of the project, and then we go borrow cameras and start filming, and then we'd have until Friday to turn it in. Well, me and my partner, thank God, he put up with me so much. God bless him. Shout out to you, buddy. You know who you are if you're watching this. So we get through it as fast as we could, and I'd spend the, you know, Tuesday through Friday. We get everything filmed Monday, and I'd spend Tuesday through Friday just playing with the editor, speeding things up, slowing things down, putting different effects in there, just playing with it, enjoying it. And basically, I was teaching myself how to do it better than I would have in the class, and that's how I got the highest grade, because I just got to the point that I started doing it on my own. And then I started to really like it, and I was making a bunch of not iMovies. The iMovies was in class, but I was using that live movie maker on Windows. And I enjoyed it at first because it was just short clips of putting whatever I wanted, playing different games. I think I started out showing Ethan Pokemon 3D because he couldn't play it on his laptop, so I'd play it on mine. And I just remember having so much fun playing it. And then the reason I got started YouTubing, which is a funny accident when you think about it, but I got on Facebook one day, and you know how the old days, well, I say the old days, 2012 and stuff, people were like, hey, I want to, well, this would have been 2013 and 14, but you know how people were like, hey, if I get so many likes, I'll upload a video of me singing. Well, that was me. I was like, oh, dang it, I'll upload a video of me playing Slender. So that's what I was doing. I know I'm running like way over, but I want to finish this thought, and then we'll just go from there. But so much for getting further. But I was like, I'll play Slender, and I was like, it'll be funny because then everybody can hear me scream and freak out, because at the time that game scared me to death. I mean, yes, it still surprises me now with its jump scares and me getting nervous trying to run through it, but it's not anything like the terror was originally. So I played that, and I remember spending, and this was the first video I used for Vegas Pro. That Slender video, my very first Slender video, was this video I'm talking about. And so we went on, and I remember filming it and enjoying it, and just then I spent all this time editing it, and I was learning Vegas Pro, and I finally figured out how to film it, or figure out how to edit in Vegas Pro, and I was like so happy with myself. And then I also remember getting so mad because I spent probably 8 hours the next day trying to figure out how to get it to go up on Facebook, because Facebook's formats are different than YouTube's formats, so it was hard. Unless I'm sure Facebook's changed it by now, but the big deal with Facebook at the time was it wouldn't upload. You couldn't upload a video over probably a gig, or maybe I think it was like 1024 megabytes, so just ever so slightly over a gig. And I think it was just enough over a gig that I ended up rendering it in like the crappiest quality ever just to get it up. And then since I have the slow internet that I've always had, especially then, and it being on Facebook and not YouTube, I spent like 8 hours 8 hours uploading this video in like super poor quality when it was like 300 meg. And I finally got it up, and I tagged a bunch of people that said they'd watch it in the video, and they just absolutely loved it. And then I did that with the next Slender, and then I played Project Zomboid like that. I want to say yeah, because Surgeon Simulator was that way too. So like my first 5 or 6 videos I'd made were posted to Facebook first, and then somebody was just like, hey, start a YouTube channel. So then Ethan and I were just like, hey, I think it was mostly my idea, but Ethan's the one that knows how to work that stuff. So we decided to make Beast and Bros play, and that's what we started at first. And that's how that went. And then we went from there. We started out making videos for a while together, and we'd do some together, and then we'd make our own individual videos, because the idea at the beginning was like, well, if there's 2 of us and we both making our own videos, then we come together for videos. Not only are we going to have fun together, but then we can sit there and just get more content up instead of, instead of me uploading once or twice a week, maybe Ethan could upload once or twice a week, and then we would get it together. But you know, so we'd have like 4 uploads a week, and that would have been amazing. And I think it would have been amazing in 2014, and amazing just for the channel getting more content up. You know, and it's not, you know, just content and learn us as we're both learning how to edit. So that's how the channel started. And now it's been almost 3 years, and I've upgraded from just a laptop that I happen to have, and I, you know, got together with a buddy and bought some supplies and got this pretty decent gaming computer put up. I'm not that much of a computer guy, so I couldn't tell you like all the specific specs, but I know it's like an AMD processor, I think, quad core, and it's a 8 gig RAM. And then I'm gonna upgrade the hard drive, but right now it's just 1 terabyte. I'm thinking about getting me a 3 or 4 terabyte one, because I do like keeping because for those of you that don't know about video editing, when I render it, it's a final project. Like the video you're seeing is a final project, but I've still got the scrap videos. Like I've got a video that I've got a video file that shows just the reaction cam, and then a video that shows just the gameplay. And then through the editor, I put them both together, you know. So I've got all those raw footages and everything before I slap it together, and I still keep those. And I like keeping those just in case I, you know, either miss an upload or I realize, oh crap, this needs to be edited out last second, so I can edit it out last second. Watch this. I'm gonna eat a cookie, and not only does it give me extra HP, not only does it replenish HP, but it gives me an extra max HP. So now I have 13 max HP instead of 10, and I guess my mana went up too, so that's good. So that's the idea behind keeping all the extra stuff, and then just the extra hard drive space will help stuff run a little smoother and everything else. So you know, I like how I can film everything in 60 frames a second, because I mean, if you watch any of those early videos, I was lucky to be recording in freaking, why isn't it letting me, come on, I could sell a bunch of stuff right now if you just let me do it. Come on, game, quit doing this to me. Whoop, sorry bud. Okay, it's not letting me do it. Anyways, yeah, look at all this crap I could sell. But that's why that's why I'm so happy that I can film everything and present everything in like 60 frames a second, so the gameplay's pretty smooth. Yes, there are times, there we go. I figured I just had to run around a little bit. There are times that I cannot get it to film in 60 frames a second. I gotta deal with 40 or 50, but it's way better than like 1 frame per second, or like you know, 20 or 30, which some games I still unfortunately have to deal with, but that's just part of it. But you know, I'm thankful for that and just enjoying running through this. And well, anyways, I think that'll be it for me. I'm gonna continue this in the next playthrough, in the next episode, so since I haven't died yet, and then I'll pick the different race, and then we'll go on and I'll find something else to talk about. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Just a new idea I had just for fun, so let me know what you think and if I should keep making these. Alright, I'll see you. Bye.